Greetings, everyone. I am Raye Dragonelf. This is my 47th vlog. I did not intend on going as far as I have between uploading vlogs, which has basically been like a year or something like that. I don't know. I just checked like what was the last number of my last vlog. That's all I checked. So I figured I'd give you all an update. Um, so I definitely did start fluctuating between being okay mentally, not being okay. I'm very finicky again with foods. I've had issues in the past, and I know exactly why, of not liking meat, and then also getting grossed out by meat, and then also getting grossed out by my body because it is meat. So that forces me to be a bit of a vegetarian, vegan, kind of fluctuating kind of thing. Mainly, I'd say is like I prefer the diet of vegetarian, but the issue with that flaring up on me again is that I'm not getting enough nutrients as I need, and it's been very notable because like bowel movements haven't necessarily been the best, and I've also been getting lightheaded. Couple of days there, 2 3 days, I'd be moving around, and all of a sudden I feel like I would start losing my balance because my feet weren't in the right spot, and then all of a sudden I have a wide stance so that my hands are just gripping onto something. What sucks is when I'm gripping onto a movable object like a shopping cart, because I did have a couple instances in stores where that was a problem. So I know before I was posting a lot of my hand art series. That ended up getting put on pause for a while because I wasn't really feeling like drawing, and also using the particular medium I was using. I do intend on eventually start back up on that series. I don't know when it's going to happen. Right now, I don't think I'm going to within the next couple of months because I am actually moving. So this is going to be one of the last few, possibly one of the last ones of my vlogs I'm recording in this particular room. I would have my hands out and about, but I'm cold. So I am moving to live closer towards my grandparents to help them out some more and help myself out some too. I have never moved residences before. Or rather, I have no memory of it because I was a 6 to 8 month old baby when I moved into this particular residence, this particular apartment. And I am now 27, 28, 29. I don't know. My birthday was February 14th, 1995. I don't feel like doing the math to figure out today how old I am. But I'll probably figure it out later or something. I don't know. So yeah, this is a huge first for me. It is definitely anxiety inducing. And it's not been entirely pleasant when I do have the anxiety from it. A lot of the anxiety really shows up when I think about, yeah, this definitely does affect me. So it's kind of like I dissociate with the fact that I am moving. I am moving with my parents and my brother. We're all moving together. But by dissociating and not really thinking about, oh, this is going to affect me a lot, it just makes it easier for me mentally, I guess. But I do try to think about it a little bit. It's like me going on about this bit right here. I can feel my anxiety going up, and it's not entirely pleasant, but it is something I do need to come to terms with. So over time, I'm going to get there and be okay. In terms of like symptoms I've had from it, definitely the high anxiety, my abdomen tightening. I wouldn't necessarily say short of breath. That's mainly because of physical activity and lack thereof, and me just kind of semi recently in the past couple of months getting back into doing walking. Clenching my teeth, that one has definitely been there. The other day, I believe it was Monday. It was either Monday or Tuesday morning. If you've been watching my channel, you would find that I am uploading Twitch streams. I do have a Red Dead Online stream that I haven't uploaded yet. I'm not in a position. I need to not kill the internet anytime soon because my mom needs to use the internet later. So if I do upload a video today, whatever today's date is, it's just going to be my vlog, because it's going to be a heck of a lot shorter, not like 2 hours long like my Red Dead Online stream. All right, where was that thought? Okay, yeah. So yeah, either Monday or Tuesday morning, I did experience selective mutism. I want to say it was caused a combination of stress of needing to get stuff moved out, because we've got like the end of next month, and I've done a fair amount of my room, but I haven't done enough to what I would like on figuring out what I'm keeping, what I'm not keeping. Then also I might as well just share this bit. I fantasize a lot about different fictional characters, and one of them, the one I've been very heavily prevalent on for maybe a week, which is long compared to my normal, because my attention span in this stuff and just like who I'm fantasizing over shifts sometimes pretty quickly. Once every few days or multiple times one day. But this one character, he is Thane from the game AFK Arena. It's a really great game. I haven't really done a lot of these social aspects of it, but I've definitely enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed the lore. Like, oh geez, I love the lore in that game. It's amazing. And I did start fantasizing over Thane, which, him being him, he's I'm trying to figure out how I can say this without like giving out too much information about him. So he ended up losing his best friend, and because of how that came about, he ended up very withdrawn, not really wanting to form strong bonds with people, and depressed, but he's still going forward and became a sword master and teacher for the group that his friend was from. In my daydreams, I'm just kind of like just slowly encouraging him to heal using different methods that I have learned in real life. So it's kind of like implementing those in my daydreams, in a way helping myself. But I think because of how much I was stuck on daydreaming about Thane, it just got to a point where I just started wanting to cry. Like, my eyes were really like the sensation of like the muscles and whatever's tightening in here that I get when I start to feel like I'm going to cry, that kicked in around the time that my selective mutism had kicked in. So that was a bit rough, because my brain was completely active, but I wasn't sure if I could talk at that point in time. And I was just continuously thinking to myself, when I was going through the selective mutism, can I talk? Just repeatedly, can I talk? And my mom, she thought I might might have been needing to throw up because I was opening my mouth, but I was gasping for air when I opened my mouth. And so I ended up signaling to my mom. I just tapped my throat and then did a like zipper across the mouth to try to communicate to her while I couldn't talk that I just couldn't talk at that point in time. Wasn't entirely the most pleasant of experiences, but it is a symptom that I have to cope with stress. So I have to learn to adapt with it. I do want to learn sign language, so I have that as something to communicate with. But also, my hands were dirty and I didn't have my phone at hand, so I couldn't try typing something up. And I was trying to settle myself at the time, so I wasn't really sure if I could type to explain it. So yeah, that was that. I can't really think of any other symptoms I've been having, which is nice because it's been pretty minimal. That girl period, I'm not sure exactly like about saying it and get demonetized or whatever, but that time of month happened for me last week, and that was really 2 days of that were really the only days where I was really questionable. I recognized that I was not okay. I did definitely have suicidal ideation, self-harm thoughts. I coped mainly by watching videos, playing games. It was definitely rough, and I was reminding myself a fair amount throughout the days that I was okay, I was going to be okay, and that this is just a side effect of my hormones being out of balance. Personally, I would not mind becoming sterilized, um, so I wouldn't have to worry about pregnancy. But with the way things are, one, is going to cost money, and two, I'll probably hit a bunch of roadblocks. It's quite likely I will hit roadblocks. Because honestly, who would want a mentally unstable woman or person, because I am gender fluid, non binary, and gender queer, gender fluid, that's what I am. Who would want a biological female to conceive a child that has a high chance of having food allergies and mental health problems and is at high risk of developing alcohol and drug addictions? Because that all runs in my family. I don't want to suffer going through a pregnancy because that's going to really screw up my hormones, my mental state. I know how I can be during periods to begin with, and that just lasts a couple of days. So it's like a pregnancy. Geez, that's like 9 months if all goes well. And I do not doubt that I would be very, very dangerously close to killing myself, flat out. So I definitely do not want to conceive a child. I do like my space, my me space. Is like, if it's like a friend's kid, sure, I'll hang out with them from time to time, or a cousin's kid, because I don't even know if my brother's gonna have a kid. Probably not. Honestly, between my brother and I, if we do have kids, it's gonna be an animal, fur baby, or whatever's. It's gonna be an animal. That's our babies. So that's really the only kind of kid I'd have. And that's definitely something that I've thought even more heavily on over time. I possibly talked about it in other vlogs, but is a definite, I do not want to go through a pregnancy. And since I live in America and the way things are, it's real. If I did get raped and ended up pregnant, I'd want an abortion ASAP. But with the way things are, that would be very difficult. Fortunately, in the state I'm in, it looks like abortions are still legal, but there's still going to be some problems between now and then if that does happen to me. Because currently I am single. I'm not doing stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't mind. I still wouldn't mind ending up with a romantic partner. I am definitely pansexual. I do find myself attracted romantically and sexually, mentally to people of all genders. Uh, there's a woman content creator that I have been following that I fell in love with. There's a non-binary content creator I fell in love with. There is a male content creator that I fell in love with. But that being said, I have no intention of trying to pursue relationships with these people because they are, in a way, don't know I exist. And they probably already have or possibly have their own relationships or their own state that they're in. It was like me, my current state is I don't want to be in a relationship until I am stabler than I am and I'm active, far more active than I am, because mainly I've just been sitting on my bum and streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I have been starting to get back into the art, which has started my noodle art series that I'm doing off my tablet. Since that's definitely more easily accessible to me. That's the art that I have been doing instead of the hand art series, because with everything with moving residences, I've got my supplies packed in a way that I don't want to just pull them out. So I think that's about it. So I am planning on streaming more. Which game is that one? It's not the Elder Scrolls. Oh, Middle Earth Shadow of War. That one I do intend on streaming more, just I don't know when. I'm going to stream more of it. And I'm also planning on streaming more of Assassin's Creed 1. I do have Assassin's Creed 2 and Middle Earth. Well, the sequel to the one I have been playing. I forgot the name of it. Oh well. Yeah, I've got a whole playlist about that, so that I don't need to really talk about. Yeah. So I'm planning on streaming more of those, both of those. It's gonna be hit and miss if I do stream Red Dead Online, because the game sucks because Rockstar sucks at maintaining it. I have considered GTA Online, but that I don't know. I just was like, with that one, I'm usually doing my own thing, or I'm on a server with my family because we all play, and they don't want to be like recorded and uploaded online. So whenever I play with them, I will not record. I'm definitely going to be streaming more of Railroads Online. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys should really if you're into trains and stuff, and like also game development, you guys should definitely check out my stream from last Thursday, I believe. I was streaming the game for the first time, and 3 game developers showed up. It was such a treat. It was a really cool treat that they all showed up. And another thing that you will see in that video, which I did go and put it in the description, I figured out why I had the track that was originally there on the server. I didn't realize when I made my server, I had piggybacked off of my brother's old save file on my laptop because he used to own my laptop and play Railroads online. And I accidentally piggybacked off that save file, and that's why the track that was there wasn't working compatible with the train cars and also the track too, because I had issues connecting it. So I'm definitely going to be reconfiguring the track and also ringing out the locomotives that were gifted to me by one of the game developers. Man, those locomotives are cool. So yeah, I believe that was it. Majority of what I want to talk about. Oh yeah. Back to my residence. Man, this has been a real big word vomit with no real structure either. So the new residence I'm going to be moving to is a house. We're going to have a front yard and a backyard and a whole driveway and a garage. And a lot of space too. My new room is going to be semi-comparable to this one. It's definitely going to have some differences. In a way, I'm going to be flipping my furniture around. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to comprehend how to describe it, but I'm gonna have to figure out what all to do with my furniture. I've got a really good idea what I'm gonna do. My brother and dad have used the program AnyRail. It's predominantly used for model railroading layout, but you can use it to help design layouts of like a floor plan. This is like my brother and I, my dad too. We've been using it to figure out where we're going to go with furniture and stuff like that. So that's definitely been a huge help in getting ideas. That and also Saturday before last, I got to see I actually got to visit the residence, so that was really nice and helped move some stuff up there too. Had a really nice lunch with my grandparents too, my brother and my mom. My dad had worked the previous night, so he was sleeping in and he didn't join us for lunch. But I do like one thing my dad said. He had turned to my grandma while we were talking and he goes and asks, "Do you know when the last time was all four of us were in your house?" It had been years since all four of us, between my dad, mom, brother, and I, were together in my grandparents' house. And it was cool that all of us were there again. And since we're going to be moving pretty close to them, it'll be easier for us to go over and visit and to help out as well. So yeah. Um, So I think that's about everything. I just spewed out everything. Mm, I'll leave this on a really nice note because you guys have probably seen my hair a bit. Oh, let me just pull that off. So I've been playing around with braiding my hair, and this is with the two braids part on my natural part, and then the two braids coming down, and then back into the ponytail that I ended up braiding into two braids. So the ponytail is two of these braids, the thicker ones. And with how high up these are right here, I actually can put my ball cap on my head, and it sits just fine, and also kind of helps keep it in place. Cause with my hair and wearing a ball cap, I prefer having it in the ponytail so I can get the ponytail bit through the hole in the back. But I'm really proud of this. It's definitely fun playing with my hair and a serious arm workout. I was so happy to just let my arms rest afterwards. I am planning on redoing this Friday because Saturday we're going up to the new residence to do some work and probably have lunch again with my dad this time, hopefully. So this is honestly, this catches all of the hair up here. I'll just bring it in a little bit. It is a little frizzy. I didn't. Let's see. That it is definitely a little frizzy, but it's caught a lot of the hair, and I have a lot of mousse in my hair too. Not the animals, the hair product. I ended up joking about that with my dad and brother when I say I have mousse in my hair. So yeah, okay. So I do not know when I'm going to do my next vlog. I am planning on streaming tomorrow, which is Thursday. Which will be another Railroads Online. After that, I don't really have any plans per se. I do intend on uploading to my channel more speed draws of my noodle art, because I do have I can get saves of those off of the app I'm using. So those will definitely be coming. Hand art drawing series is gonna commence at some point. Shadow of War. Oh no, Shadow of Mordor, I believe, is first. Yeah, okay. Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor is the first. Middle Earth Shadow of War is the second. So I'm going to be eventually commencing some more with those. And just chilling in between packing everything. So yeah. That's about it. If you guys are ever so inclined to keep up with that or check out any of the other playlists that I have on my channel, feel free to subscribe. I did get smart and have a playlist specifically for mature content stuff. So it's kind of like the horror genre stuff that I've liked, and then I just put them there. For whatever reason, I like a video and I save it into a playlist. It makes it kind of easier with some of the videos I want to relook at. And I also put warnings on like my gaming playlist that some of the stuff is for mature content people, so be advised. Oh yeah. So I believe, honestly, I keep saying it. Anyways, bye.